Alrighty, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls. When we last left off, we had just managed to beat one of the most annoying bosses in the game, the Capra Demon of the Lower Undead Burg. And after that, we had gone our way down into the depths. Personally, what I feel is one of the most labyrinthian parts of this game, and is just the most confusing in terms of layout. This time, we're going to be contending with that very layout, and trying to navigate our way through the sewers of Lordran. So, starting from our bonfire, we're just gonna head straight out this way, and take care of these torch hollows, or at least that one. Gonna make our way down, and we're gonna wander through this hallway. Oh. Now, I do apologize in advance if today is going to be a little meandering. I myself have not really memorized the layout of the sewers. Despite playing this game numerous times, I still get lost in here, and it is just extremely annoying. And now I'm poisoned, because this was the wrong turn to make. Well, gonna just reset that real quick, because, you know, we're here. I'm gonna do it real fast. Might as well. Did manage to collect ourselves a Lost Soul of an Undead, so I guess that's good. Alrighty, trying this again. My god, I'm just... bad omens, to say the least. Alright. One more time. Third time's the charm. Alright, come here. There we go. Jesus. Alright, let's clear away these boxes and go down this way. Alright. Going to... Right, that's not open from that side. Alrighty. And already getting lost. This is a wonderful start. Okay, let's see here. Not that way. Alright. I think we actually need to go this way. What I believe we need to do is head back up, actually. And from here, we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna try and get to that drop down behind that butcher lady from last episode. Kill you. Kill you. Thankfully that butcher is only one spawn, so... No, I think all of the butchers down here only spawn once, so... At least we have that. Alright, coming down up this way. We're now on this upper level. From here... Okay, that giant rat is indeed dead. We're going to head back, make our way across, so that we can grab this item, the spider shield. It's a pretty good shield, well, decent enough at least. I think it's got good protection against poison. And now, we're going to head down this thing. So, quick little tip about this. Stay all the way to the left as you can, because this is a slope that you're going to be sliding down. And if you're too far to the right, you're going to drop down into that hole where the water's going. And that's just going to lead you into an area you don't want to be in. Hell, I think in fact it might be an instant kill zone. Alrighty, so just stay far to the left as you can. There we go. Alright, now we've come to this sort of little hub area where we've got some of these slime dudes. This is the doorway I was trying to do. There we go. Alrighty. From here, we're gonna head down on this way. Oh, get us some more rats to kill. And little tip here, just be careful. Sometimes rats will pop out of these boxes. None of these ones. I think it's the ones that were up by that enchanter we killed also last episode. Alright. So, yeah, if you fail and you slide down into where the water drop-off is, you'll just land in here. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's just better to... It can confuse you and get you lost. Now, this guy right here, this is a basilisk. Another one of the most annoying enemies in the, frankly, entire series to deal with. They're not the worst thing ever, but they spray this gas everywhere, and that gas inflicts curse upon you, which is the worst status to ever be inflicted with in this entire game. Hell, in Dark Souls 1, it is, Dark Souls 1 curse is the worst status throughout the entirety of the Souls series. So, what the curse does is, basically, in every Dark Souls game, curse is an instant kill status, where if it fills all the way up and activates, it will instantly kill you through, like, petrification or something. However, in Dark Souls 1 specifically, if you get cursed, it comes with an after effect where your health is basically cut in half, like permanently. And the only way to undo that is to get a, I think it's called a curse stone, or no, sorry, a purging stone, and use that to get rid of the curse. And you can find them around the world, but the most plentiful place to get them is from Oscar, who is, or sorry, not Oscar, why do I forget his name? But the guy who's at the Bell of Awakening, just where you kill the gargoyles at in that bell tower, the pale white guy who's in there, he sells the purging stones, and those will purge the curse from you and restore your health. But, as you can tell, we're all the way in the sewers, so we don't really have easy access to those, so we gotta be really careful about the basilisks in this area. Whatever it takes, do not die from them. Like, if you're about to be hit with the curse and you see a cliff face that you can jump off of, it is indeed preferable to just jump off that cliff face instead of being cursed. So, keep that in mind. Okay, continuing on. I'm gonna head up here. See, there's a basilisk right there. I wonder if we can... Nope. Protected by a wall. Is a passageway through here, so be careful of the basilisks on your left. Kill them fast before they can start spreading that gas around. There's some basilisks over there. To our left, there's another way. Kill that guy. Want to be careful. Make sure we don't accidentally drop down those holes. Two more basilisks right here. Kill them both. Or no, sorry, three. Ooh, God. Yeah, you see, the curse in this game, it builds up fast. Thankfully, it goes away just as fast, but the build-up meter for it is tiny. So you gotta be really, really careful around these guys. They do drop Eyes of Death, which is a covenant item for the for Nito's covenant. I forget exactly what it's called. We'll find out later, eventually. Alright, so coming through here, we've got even more basilisks. Back away. Yeah, do not fight them in a cramped space or where there's like just a bunch of them in one area. Back up, get them to come to you first. Try to get them to come into a place that's basically like your territory. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh, that was close. Yeah. And be careful of accidentally cornering yourself like I kind of just did right there. You just really want to make sure you are... Oh god. Oh no. Nope. Please don't. Die! There we go. Ah, life flashed before my eyes right there. Alrighty. Well, with all those guys dead, we're gonna come up here, head up these stairs. Actually, before we do that, yeah, okay. So, as you can see, there's an item over there, but there's like a drop down here that'll drop us down to the path below. You're gonna have to run and jump for it. It can be a bit of a difficult jump to make. Let's see if I can make it on my first try. Nope. Alright. Well, thankfully the way back isn't too far, so we can just give it another shot. And remember, for jumping, it's you run, and then you hit the run button again. So for me, that's B, but whatever it is for you, just do that. Okay, try this again. There we go. Alright, got us a humanity. Now, dropping down here. Careful. We're going to find the Ring of the Evil Eye. So basically this is an HP restoring ring. It'll restore HP every single time you kill someone. Pretty good, pretty functional. Still though, it's not the best ring and it's one I've never really used. I mostly rely on the Ring of Favor and Protection and the Havel's ring, as well as the Rusted Iron ring when I get to areas that need it. And as you'll see, if you read the description even, according to legend, this ring contains the spirit of the evil eye, a dark beast which assaulted Astora. Strength of the evil eye does not waver, and HP is absorbed from fallen enemies. So yeah, something attacked Astora. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any really big lore about that thing. I think it's just like a little fun fact kind of thing, or just like a little small little world building flavor tip, because there is a sort of dark beast kind of thing later on, but that's in Ulicio, not Astora. Alrighty. Let's see. Making our way back. Coming through this way. This way. Oh, this way. Alrighty. Now. Let's see. Careful. Okay, there's no more on the ceiling. We're gonna kill this slime. Just because it's annoying and we don't want to deal with it. And we're gonna kill that rat. And we're gonna kill this rat. Okay. So, as you can see, this fenceway is open, and that right there, that is the gate to a place called Blighttown, where the next Bell of Awakening is. Well, technically in an area just after it. But, as you can see, we've also got a friend here. Who could this guy be?
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
So this is Dummel of Xena. He's a pretty cool merchant because he's the guy who's going to be selling you boss armors. Basically, anytime you defeat a big important boss, sometimes they'll have an armor set related to them, and this guy is the guy that's going to be selling those armor sets. Now you might be thinking, the guy who sells boss armors is all the way down here. That sounds like a pain in the ass to get to. Don't worry, after you talk to him and stuff here, he's going to move up to Firelink Shrine, making his merchant access far easier to get to. Real quick, though, we can take a look at what he has right now. I don't believe he has any boss armors for us just yet. He does have a gold pine resin, a bottomless box. He has crystal weapons, which they look, if you look at like their stats and everything, they look pretty good. Unfortunately, though, every crystal weapon can't be upgraded. Their base form is the only stats that they can ever have. They're also very fragile, having a very low durability. Their durability can't be repaired, and when their durability breaks and the weapon breaks, it's broken forever and it disappears from your inventory. So yeah, they look cool, but they're not very good. And it's the same thing with the crystal shield. Other than that, he sells a bunch of standard arrows, and he sells his own armor set, the Helm of the Wise. It's a strange armor set that comes from the ancient land of Xena, birthplace of Dummel. And a lot of this is, the two horns are believed to symbolize wisdom, many medals symbolizing glory, gold bracelets symbolize a vanquisher, and the silver rings symbolize an explorer. So basically, he's just an adventurous dude who likes to collect shit.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here. I'm afraid I...
Alright, I think you do have to purchase something from him. We'll purchase a gold pine resin.
Well, I'm certain we will make a good trade eventually, so I am willing to share some tips. If you see kindling in the catacombs, use divine weapons. That will repel the reassembling skeletons.
Yeah. So another thing is, the more as you spend money on him, sometimes he'll give you helpful tips. Kind of like the Crestfallen Warrior will at Firelink Shrine. His tips are a bit more direct and upcoming for like later areas of the game, whereas the Crestfallen Warrior, his tips apply more to early areas of the game. So they're both pretty cool.
Thank you. That was a fine trade. I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon, and we'll make another fine trade, of course.
So, that's him done. Now, we could go forward into Blighttown, but there is a boss in this area that we really want to make sure we deal with. It is, quite honestly, one of the coolest bosses in the entire game. One of my personal favorites as well. Before we get to him, though, we're going to head back to the bonfire. Because we want to restore our humanity before we head up to the boss. Alrighty, so rest of the bonfire, and we're going to reverse our hallowing. Humanity restored, and real quick, we're going to spend some souls Ooh, not enough. Alright, well, almost. Alrighty, from here, we're gonna head back down, and let's just be careful and make sure we get this guy. Sneak up on him so he's not somewhat of a hassle. Alright, from here we're gonna head down. Head down the staircase. And from here, we're going to go forward, and we're going to go down this hallway. And you're going to want to make sure you don't get poisoned by rats along the way, like me. Let's just... No, we want to save those. Alright, let's try this again. Ow. Are you... Seriously? Alright, come here. Die. Ah, stupid rats. Yeah, I suppose this is one thing to note in these, this Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and even sort of Dark Souls 3, but mainly the first two. Huge thing about dealing with bosses is it's not the boss fight that really gets you, it's the path you gotta take to get to the boss that weakens you, and then the boss destroys you. In later Souls games like Elden Ring, that is definitely not an issue. So, coming back to these older games, it does take even now, it still takes a bit of an adjustment from me. But, whatever, we jab with it. Because this game is worth it. Alrighty, attempt number 2 to deal with the rats. There we go, rat number 1. Rat number 2. There we go. Much better. Okay. Entering into this room, this is where we're going to be taking on a really cool, really big boss. Before we do, though, you are going to want to make sure that you get up to that area where we were before in the last episode and kill the enchanter that's up there. It is absolutely vital that you do this, because if you do not, this boss becomes way, way harder. The enchanter sitting up there, he'll do his little dance to boost enemies, which will boost the boss and make the boss stronger. And he'll also be shooting sorceries at you from above, which just makes this boss, like, several times harder. But once you have dealt with that enchanter, you can come on down this way. And here, you'll find a little summon sign for Solaire. And as he is the one who gave us the idea for jolly cooperation, of course we're going to summon him. Just as we did with the twin gargoyles. Oh, and before we forget, over here, it's a heavy crossbow with some heavy bolts. Alrighty. Gonna come down this way. And now we are going to face one of the coolest bosses in all of Dark Souls. The Gaping Dragon. Ah, this boss is so cool. so big. Alrighty. So, before we do anything, for this boss, you want to make sure that you're attacking the tail. Because, like the red kite dragon, if we can cut this boss's tail off, it'll give us a special item, the Dragon King Grams. And it'll also kill his tail, which makes back attacks much easier to dodge. So this boss is very big, requires a bit of spacing, but honestly, he shouldn't be too bad. Ooh. Yeah, be careful when he's walking. Don't run into him mid-movement like I did. And dead. Alright. First try. Yeah. Gives us the Blighttown key and the Twin Humanities and the Homeward Bone. Now we can make our way down to Blighttown. Yay. Gonna make sure we collect this armor set, and here's the standard set. The set that we started out with. So yeah, that was the Gaping Dragon. Really cool boss. I don't think he doesn't even give us a soul. But yeah, the Gaping Dragon, he was one of the last remaining descendants of the Archdragons, which is why he had those 4 wings and stuff, which made him really cool. Fortunately, I believe in lore he's not considered a true Archdragon because he is afflicted with like hunger and gluttony, which, you know, dragons aren't supposed to be. But he was. And if you're wondering, why was there an enchanter down here protecting this dragon? Well, I think I mentioned this before, but all of the enchanters work for a character named Seath, who, if you watched the intro cutscene, or at least were paying attention, Seath was that pale drake who betrayed his own kind for the secret of immortality, because unlike all other archdragons, Seath was born mortal. Of course, that betrayal ended up in failure, as the secret to dragon immortality is their stone scales, but when a dragon dies, their scales become worthless. And so Seath, still desperate to find the secrets of mortality, either found or hid the Gaping Dragon down here and stationed an enchanter to help defend it so that no one could come kill it and ruin his plans. Of course, we managed to do that anyways by killing the enchanter and then the dragon. So we have kind of ruined we have seemingly ruined Seath's plans for immortality. Though, who knows how much of an impact that will make on our journey. So, we're going to use a Homeward Bone to get back to the bonfire. And we're going to level up real quick. Let's see, get our strength up to 30. What did I need for this? 32. Alrighty. And I think that's just about gonna do it for us today. Next time, we're going to be making our way into the depths of Blighttown, one of the most annoying areas in the entire game. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Peace out.